Hi, good morning. Elizabeth Smith here for our self-coaching broadcast. Apologies to some people who have potentially missed this or missed the live because I've come on early. But my pressures are on today. I'm back on the road and it's a very important meeting and support that I've got to offer somebody today. And I say got to, I really do want to. And I think it's an important part of what I do. So anyway, so I'm back on the road again today. Now today we have a lovely long bank holiday weekend, hopefully for a lot of us. So I thought, actually, let's have a look at personal development and the real story. It is an everyday term now. You hear it all the while as personal development places in libraries. You can go straight to that section in bookshops. It's on YouTube. It's on everywhere. I'm part of it. You're all part of it. And I don't think there's anybody who is likely to watch this now or tomorrow or in the future that won't have either dabbled, been curious, opened a book, considered some personal development and some personal investment. And they'll all have an opinion on it. We'll all have an opinion on it. But I just want to really touch base. And the real story is it is everywhere if we are willing to accept it. Every minute of every day. Good morning, Lisa. Lovely to have you with me. It is there every minute of every day. Every life event that comes at us is a way of developing personally. So I don't, everyone has a different way or a different approach to doing this. Some people will invest, some people will come to the trainings like the ones that I'm doing, and they will read books, they will go out of their way to seek answers, to seek more, to seek different. And many of them will have had potentially not such a successful or satisfactory experience for one reason or another. Often I think what I've heard is that they potentially have gone without any expectations, or with the expectation that someone is going to change something from them for them, rather than that they have any influence in there or they have any responsibility. So I think it's really fascinating, and it's a fascinating topic, hence why I love it. And one that I thought if I brought to you for a long bank holiday weekend, you could toy with it, you could play with it, you could read, hopefully, if you've got some time. You can flick through your phone, you can flick on your laptop and find these different ways of influencing your mind, influencing your perception on life, and potentially improve it, develop it, and build on it and expand it. Anyway, so what I thought I'd do is, it's about coming from, I think a lot of people dismiss personal development because they feel it's about owning up that they are not perfect. I have news for all of us. We are all perfectly imperfect. This is not about becoming a Stepford wife, that robotic model. It is not about everything will be resolved. It is not about life will be perfect it's not about that. I look at personal development a bit like, say, for instance, a mobile phone. My parents have still got the little Nokia brick. A lot of people out there will remember those great, huge, chunky things that when mobile phones first started. But my parents are quite happy with that little brick. Most of us are fascinated by what a smartphone can do, the fact that they run their lives through the smartphone, and they will always go to the next smartphone. We cash them in, don't we? Every 12 months, every 18 months, new model out, let's go and have a look at it. And that's very much about personal development, because as children, we were all domesticated. We were domesticated by our families, by our mums, by our dads, by our significant people around us, by the experiences that we had when we were small. These were all imprinted on us, and we accepted them as absolute fact. Absolute fact. The beliefs about us, brown eyes aren't as good as blue eyes. Green eyes are just amazing. Blonde and blue, now there you are. That's right on point. So you come out with all these weird and wonderful mystical beliefs or agreements in life of where you should go, how you should perform, and your value and your position in life. And the mobile phone is a real clear signifier for me about your value. If you value access to the world, if you value new change, learning about things like that, then I think if you swapped places with that mobile phone, why are you not investing in the newer model of you? So if you think about it, if you're willing to learn about things like that, why are you not willing to learn about yourself? You don't automatically think I'm going to buy a new model at 500 odd pounds, 600 odd pounds, maybe more, and still use the old manual, because you won't get the benefits of the new model. And that's really where I think personal development comes from, and that investment in you. So yes, it's about potentially, let me put it this way, it's about aligning with life. Personal development allows you to align with life as life is now. It will make you feel vulnerable in some places, but only vulnerable to the potential that you have something else to offer. So you are the newer model of that mobile phone. Maybe you have a new function that you could use. Maybe the function that you've been using all this time isn't working quite so well. It isn't meeting all your needs quite significantly anymore. And you might have to drop that. Now, there's a vulnerable situation. Change is vulnerable for a lot of people. However, that newer model of you, well, hell, where's it going to take you? And it's those sorts of things that we're talking about. It's about gaining that deeper understanding of how you function. What model are you running? What manual are you running from? And is there any tweaks that might need to be explored? And it's about opening those choices up. It's about expanding your choices. No one has to change. You are the only one that has power over your own change. What personal development does is lay it out there for you. It's like a lovely menu. There you go. I'm back in my food zone. So yeah, it's about increasing those choices. It's about working out what's really important for you, where your top priorities are. Who is your top priority? Is it your family? Is it your significant people in your family? So family is very global, and we'll have a slightly different approach to the family on a whole. And then when you drill down to those important people within your family, they'll have a slight hierarchy of need, won't they? They'll have a slight hierarchy of love and passion for them and protection for them. So it's about that. When you start clearing out the clutter, and that's what personal development does, it clears out a lot of clutter. You drop things off, that backpack of worry, anxiety, beliefs and things like that you've been carrying around since you were a child can sometimes be put to rest. They can be put out to pasture. It doesn't mean we forget about them. They've been important and they've kept us on those roads for so long. But sometimes they just do not function today. So why would you want to carry them in that backpack? So where I'm coming is about, when we say about aligning with life, it is about being comfortable with those pangs of change, anxiety, dread sometimes. And it's about not running away from yourself on those days where you need yourself more than ever. And with professional and personal development and significant developments, you learn those skills and you can never run away from those emotions. So it's about being able to have that sense of calm, inner calm, to be with that moment, be with that experience, be with that feeling, and have that knowledge that it is just a feeling and it will move through you and you will move through it. And having those skills to be that calm, be that centered, be that anchored in life can take you just about anywhere. And it will have an influence and give you power to be able to focus on what's important now. And if you can do that, I would suggest that it would have an impact on your family, your friends, the important people around you. This is not a selfish act. It is absolutely the most unselfish thing that you could do, because your influence on life and the world and those around you and those people who choose to be in your life are unboundaried. I hope that's really of value to you. Please feel free, share my videos. If you've got anybody that you think would benefit from understanding what they're doing to themselves, where they're going, some avenues that they can explore. And it's not all about going to groups, it's not all about reading, it's about absolutely absorbing this and choosing to do differently. Anyway, like I said, please hashtag replay, let me know you've been around, and if this has been useful, share away. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you on Monday. Thanks, Lisa, again. Bye-bye for now.